Hello friends, welcome to the tutorial of the technology. Today we are going to discuss about two interfaces that is available in Java for starting purpose, that is comparable and comparator. To understand these two interfaces and the use of these two interfaces in Java, let's take an example of a list and see how sorting is working out on this array list. The array list, if you look at that, we have some integer value that is there inside the array list, and whenever we are applying sort method of this array list, it will sort out all the integer value in initial order because JVM uses initial algorithm to sort out the values. If it is integer, it will use 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. After values of that and then sort it out. If it is string or character, it will use ABCD after value of that, and then it will sort it out in initial order. So the matter of the method to understand here with the array list that it has a single value to sort it out, and it's very easy to sort it out based on the values available in this array list. Now take an example of a student object. When you are creating a student object by using the constructor of the student class, which has three different properties: name, age, and courses. And you are passing the values 21 as the age and annotate as the course. And then you have to apply sorting on this object. It will be really tough. You cannot apply collection sorting object and object is not going to react to that. It will be that. So if it is a class or object of a class which has multiple properties and you have a need to sort it out, we have to use the interface either comparable or comparator. Now let's see how these interfaces are working in Java. If you look at comparable, it's coming from Java outline package, and whenever you are trying to use this comparable, you have to implement this interface, you have to implement it in your class. If you look at this example of class, it is a student class implementing comparable interface. This class has three properties: name, age, and course. The class has a constructor where you can pass the value and take the object. If you look at this portion, it has a method. It is a method that is implemented over here, that is compare to. So compare to is a method of comparable interface. So whenever we are using comparable interface, we have to implement the method of comparable interface that is compared to, and in this method we can pass only one single property of the class to sort it out. So we cannot utilize multiple values or multiple properties of this class to sort it or sort the object. So this is the restriction or limitation of comparable object that is not there in comparator. Whenever we go to comparator, we will see that. To understand this example better, different pages will see this class in Eclipse, the same class, student class, implementing comparable interface of student type, has three different properties: name, age, and courses. As a constructor, where you can pass the value and create an object of the class. And you are going to implement comparative method over here, passing one property of the class, and here we are using age as a property. You can say decision making with age. If age is equal to the coming object age, it will return 0. If it is more than the coming object age value, it will return 1. If it is less than, it will return -1. So this is the decision making, or this is the logic written inside this. So this is the logic that we have to implement whenever we are using comparative method. What is this main method from where the program will start? We are going to construct three different objects of student class and an array list of type student. We'll add all these objects into this array list. If we look at the values, randomly we have passed age value here 21, 22, and 20. Now this is a very important line. If you look at this, this is using collections.sort method. So it is using static method of collections class where it is passing the list value array list object. And whenever we utilize this or use this static sort method of collection class, it will go and utilize this implementation of compare and sort the object, because our class is implementing comparable interface. So it's very clear, whenever we are calling sort static method of collection class, the sort static method will identify the method inside our class that is compared to, because we are implementing comparable interface with our class. And then it will sort out the object. If you try to print out the value of object, you will get the sorted value of object. Now look at the output of this. I will run this class. Very simple. If you look at this, it is sorted out. And the very first position you are getting is value 20, 21 and 22. So it is in visual ascending order. Now, if you go back and when we will try to see the comparative interface and see how it is working. Comparative interface is coming from Java.util package. This is a very simple employee class. We have written over here to utilize and see the comparative interface. We'll go back to Eclipse. We'll see the same class here. There's nothing but employee class. It has three different properties: name, department, salary. And then a constructor to pass the value in create the object. Now, you can see that in comparable we can utilize one property of the class at a time. So if we want to utilize another property of the class, we have to go and change our class. But here, we can implement multiple properties for comparison and sorting, and each and every property we can use in very unique way. So it's not required to go and change the class anytime if you want to utilize any other property of the class. You can write as many as properties of the class into a comparator implemented interface class and method. So if you look at this class, it's very simple: salary comparator class implementing comparator interface and using or implementing the method of comparator interface inside that is compare. So basic difference between comparable and comparator. Comparable has a method called compare to, getting one object as a parameter, but comparator has a method called compare, and it is getting two objects as a parameter and comparing two objects values together and making the decision in similar fashion. If you look at this, e.salary equal to into.salary. First object salary comparing with the second object salary. If it is equal, 0. If it is greater than, return 1. If it is less than, return -1. So this is based on the salary. Now similarly, we can pick another property of the class that is nothing but name and implement another class that is name comparator. You can implement comparator over here and implement the method of comparator, that is compare, passing two objects. And here we can utilize the compare to method that is on the string class. The string class internally implemented comparable interface to compare the value and sort it out in the sorted manner. So we can utilize the string compare to method. So you can see here E1 dot name will into the E1 name value plus object name value compared to into dot name value. And this is the method available in comparable, and string used to utilize this. So we can utilize this string method that is available in a very simple manner. And then the third and final, sort employee. If you look at this class, it is just going to utilize any or all of, based on our logic, any comparator interface to compare and sort the value. So this is the class, and then start with the main method. We have array list of type employee, and in this array list we are going to add three different objects of employee class. If you look at this, carry, Tom and Jerry with three different names. three different courses and three different department, three different salary values, 22, 35, and 33. Now sort based on the salary. The moment we are calling collection.sort on this array list, passing the object of comparator class, where we implemented the comparator class, we are passing salary comparator class object, which will tell Union that in the sort we have to utilize the compare method of salary comparator. So the moment we'll pass this object, it will take the salary property and based on that it will try to sort it out. The moment we'll pass name comparator object, it will take the name to compare and sort it out, the class object. Now if I will run this class and try to see the result of this, run it, you will see sort based on the salary. If you look at salary value 33, 35, 52 sorted in the ascending order. The second value we are relying on another object based on name. It will take the correct ASCII value of names and sort it out in natural way, that is giving clearing in term of the class. And this is the use of these two interfaces in Java to sort out the objects where we have multiple properties and multiple values. And if we want to sort based on one value, we can utilize comparable interface. And if we have a requirement to sort the object based on multiple values or multiple properties of the class, we can utilize comparative interface. So, thanks for watching this video. This is a YouTube tutorial program for AI technologies, which is situated in Hyderabad. Please subscribe to our channel for more and more things.